Okay, we are going to make the work page, the second page, which is really the largest page, and will take the most time. I don't know if we're going to make 4 pages or not, if we're going to have time, but because this thing will take a little bit of time to make. So here it is. It has a sticky nav on it, which I'm giving you the code anyways. It has a jumbotron area in kind of bluish gray here. It has a H1 in the jumbotron. It has what's called a block quote in the jumbotron below the H1. We close off the jumbotron, which is in a container. We start another container, and we're going to have kind of rectangles with text in them for each assignment. And I have pretty much all the assignments, including the work page and the home page of the portfolio. And here's just a sticky nav page. So they're kind of everything we've done. This is for each student, and you'll write something, just something about the class in the block quote. When you click, I'm going to separate this out in videos, but when you click on the rectangles, it's a modal. You have a still image. You've grabbed a screen, kind of a screen image of the assignment. Now this is the first basic one. We only did a couple rows in a small container and colored them. And then you're going to give a brief description in your own words about what the assignment was. Maybe what you created, what you learned, just whatever, kind of a reflection on doing that assignment. And again, we're going to grab still images, and again, just in your own words, give a brief idea of what that assignment was like. And again, that can be what you learned, what it looks like, just the process of it, just in your own words. And here's the fake images. So we're going to create this, again, step by step. The last thing we'll do is add the modals, which will take the longest time. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go over to, actually, let me go to Canvas. And, I have those Bootstrap template zip files with a Bootstrap template ready for you. So I'm going to go in there and, let's see here. Here it is, right here. And I can go to any assignment. Even this first one. Here's the Bootstrap template. And I'm going to download it. Oh, first thing, also what I want to do is keep this open and go to modules and go all the way down to Final Project Part 1. And I'm going to highlight the sticky nav coding and copy it. So now I'm all set. All right, so I'm going to go to downloads. Here's the Bootstrap template. If I double click it, it has a Bootstrap template web page and the CSS folder and the JS folder. That's what we need. And I'm going to right click the folder and hit the enter key or return key and rename it Final Portfolio work page, something like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the Bootstrap template inside of it. Notice I'm keeping the HTML, the .html. So call it okay. Now, I'm all set to go. I'm going to open this with Atom. Here it is right here. Let me move this over here. And I'll stretch this out a little bit here. So the first thing I'm going to do is, in the title, call it, put my name, workPage, okay? And here again, it's already linked up for that bootstrap file in the CSS folder. Here's another one that we're going to rename, that we're going to actually place in the CSS file, and I'll call it work. Okay? And here's the body, here's the link to the JavaScript. So we're all set to go. So the first thing we're going to do is get the sticky nav. So I copied that coding from the Canvas page, and I'm going to paste it. And here it is right here with comments. Yay for comments, because it, like, here's where it stops and starts. Okay, and I'm going to go. Let's change the sticky nav what it says. So where it says toggle navigation, we're going to put your name. This will be your name. And then let me see here. And then I'm going to say, instead of about me, I guess that's all good. Let's do home, because we need a link to the home page. And then I'm going to save it, and let me just kind of right click. I always like to right click. And here it is right here. So it says Scott Guthrie work page in the title. And it says Scott Guthrie and then here's home, contact, and work. Okay. So that's working. We haven't, designed it at all, but we will. Okay. All right. So we got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go below the sticky nav. And as I said, the first thing we have is a jumbotron. So I'm going to make a comment. And I'm actually going to I'm going to make another comment. Jumbotron closes here. So I have comments, and I'll place the Jumbotron here. And again, these comments are going to be really important because of all the modals that we're going to add to the coding later on. So now I'm going to make a Jumbotron. So I'm going to go div class equals Jumbotron. Again, that's a name that Bootstrap recognizes. So there it is right there. And then inside the Jumbotron, we're going to do a container. Oops. And again, I like to close off things before I do put anything in them. Okay, now remember it's Jumbotron, container, and then a row. Close it off. Now, we still don't have anything, on our page. So I'm going to say, now we're going to do, I'm going to do something like we did with, we're using offset. So I want, there's so many different ways I can do this. I'm going to do div class equals, and it's going to be call dash MD dash 4. Now here's the thing. I'm going to offset it so it's going to be, remember it has to equal 12. So let's do 6. Call dash MD dash 6. And I want to put that 6 in the middle. So I am going to, because I have 6 more to work with, 3 and 3, 3 3 before it and 3 after. I'm going to say call dash MD dash offset dash 3. And I'm also going to say text dash center. And that should center everything up. Okay? So this is going to make the bootstrap work. And we're using 6 of the 12. And because we have 6 more that we don't really want to use, we want to have them empty, we're going to say call-md-offset-3. And the offset means before the 6, we'll have 3 columns of empty. That'll be 9, 6 and 3. And then after the 6, we'll have another 3 columns of empty. Okay? Now, let's see if I've, so this is for jumbotron, the container, the row. So I have to do another closing div here. Okay? So this is for the jumbotron, this is for the container, this is for the row, and this is for the column. Okay? Just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so now we're going to put something in it. So we're going to say h1, put your name, and then my work. Okay? Now, we're going to do a block quote. So we're going to say block quote, and let's hit it a couple times and then close off the block quote. And then we're going to just put some, for now, we're going to put some Latin text in it. But we're just going to see how it goes to single here. I'll go view, toggle soft wrap, and it wraps it in. Now, my expectation is that you're only going to have a couple sentences or a couple little statements here. So I'm going to make it shorter. And again, you're going to have real text in here. Just an overview of the class, what you learned, what you liked, whatever. Hopefully be positive. Okay? And if I right-click on this thing and then double-click it, let's see here. Oh, I have a minus for the equal sign. Okay. All right, let me do that again. I like to do this because it shows me exactly where this thing is. And see the gray coming up now? Okay, so we got that. All right. We haven't designed it, but that's what we have. And notice it's in the middle. Okay. So, and that's because, and again, before it goes to MD, it's empty column 3, column 6, and column 3. 3, 6, 3, 12. That's the magic number. Now I can close it and do something below it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, if you look at the example, there it is. If you look at the example, we're going to have a container here, and it's going to be a column 4, column 4, column 4. And we're going to do a number of column 4s. I'm only going to show you how to do the first one. But notice it has the name of each assignment. Simple grid was the really basic thing we first did. This has all Latin text, and then this has Latin text and fake images. Okay? And we're basically doing something for all of them. Now, I could have made this the whole column, but the problem was I wanted some separation between this area to click and this area to click. And if I didn't do that, if I made the whole column, each column clickable, it doesn't create this empty space. So I wanted that. All right. So again, we're just going to make these first and then add the modals later. So I'm going to go back to my coding. And again, here's where my jumbotron stops. Now I'm going to go below that, and I'm going to build a container. Come on. Okay. And again, with the container, I have to have rows. All right. And then inside the rows, I need columns. And again, because the magic number is 12, and I want 3 things in a horizontal row on that row, I'm going to do a column 4. So div class equals call dash 4. And again, we're not going to design these yet. We're going to put them, place them, and then design them later. So there's my column 4, and I'm going to have, it's going to be an A tag. Let's see here. So I want to make it clickable. So I'm going to use the A tag. And I'm just going to put a hashtag in the quotation marks to make it clickable. And I'm going to do h3 tag. And I'll put basic grid. And then close off the A tag. So all I have is the word basic grid. Now I have it surrounded by an A tag, and that makes it clickable. So if let me go ahead, and I haven't colored it or done anything, but let me just, let me save it, and then right click and reveal in Finder. So again, there it is. There it is right there. Again, we have not designed it yet, but what I'm going to do is create 2 more of these. So I'm going to grab the column 4 and the closing div for it, and do 2 more, which will equal 12. And it's going to be the basic grid, just Latin text, and okay, something like that. That's the 3rd one, and I'm going to save it. So one of the things I want to do though is I'm going to say text dash center, because I want to center this text in each of the areas, and I'm going to talk to the columns. I've noticed that if you the rows really don't do this, and you really want to talk to the specific column to center something inside of it. So now I'm going to reveal in Finder, double click. So here it is right here. Again, all I have is clickable text in each of the columns. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is, if you look at my, where's it at? Here it is. So if you look at this, it starts off with a simple grid, fake text, fake images, jumbotron, coffee jumbotron, career exploration, simple modal, 1 product modal, 4 product modals, footer with icon, what do you see, sticky nav, just a sticky nav. Well, that's I guess sticky nav with image, with the full screen image. And then a home page with nav, a work page with nav, and the about me. Now again, I don't know if we're going to get to the about me or not, but what we're going to do is I want you to create this, and then the next video I'll add some CSS to help design it. So we're going to basically color these background areas. We'll make this whole space clickable, and we'll kind of start from there. Okay? Thanks, everybody.